Good morning, guys. I say morning, not sure why. Good evening. I see Delbert Hunting was in here at 7:36 saying he was first. He was early. YouTube side, of course, is way behind. I got 4 in the house. How we doing this evening? We're going to be taking a look here. There's Jeremy Albritton, Woman Outdoors. How you guys doing this evening? How's that weather up near Erie? We woke up to snow this morning down here. Hey, Jeremy. I did a little bit of trout fishing yesterday and had snow today, so I stayed inside. MC3 Outdoors, hello. There's Freezer Bound Outdoors in the house. Geo Outdoors. Judith and Dan Davis, hey, 8:03 last I saw, guys. That's awesome. There's Justin and Jen. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but I'm calling it Rasmussen. Rasmussen, something like that. We'll get you up here on panel and you guys can clarify how I pronounce that. As you guys know, you see Freezer Bound Outdoors in the house. Geo Outdoors in the house as well. You'll see in my ticker down below here, we are going to have the second annual YouTuber rendezvous up at Freezer Bound Outdoors. It will be the weekend of May 20th. And there's Scotty Outdoors. Just found out that is Matthew that you guys saw in one of my videos. He went beaver trapping with me. So there it is, right down there, the YouTube Creator Rendezvous. It's Freezer Bound Outdoors in Clarion, PA. That is May 20th, 21st, 22nd. If you guys are able to make that, you can get with either Freezer Bound, Geo Outdoors, or myself, and we can get you guys some of the information. If you guys can't make it and would like to donate maybe some prizes for giveaways, I do believe we plan on going live again this year and doing a kind of a giveaway for those that are in the live. Frontier Survival in the house. How you doing? Freezer Bound's cutting down some trees. Needs some nice weather to get the area cleaned up. Let me know too. If there's like a weekend, you guys are out working on that, need any help, I can maybe pop up over there, hang out, and help do some work up there with you guys. Off the Hook Outdoors in the house. What's up? There's Coffee Outdoors. Derek Russell in the house. Nice seeing you coming back. I'm doing good today. Trying to stay warm. We've got 20 in the house. So real quick, guys, I want to go over these people down here. Scrolling on the bottom. I'm going to talk a little bit where they are at and our support. There's Bo Daniels coming in. Morel, Morel mushroom hunting soon. Yes. If this cold weather ever turns for us, and then we'll be bringing Justin and Jen up here shortly. If you guys don't know, Judith and Dan Davis have went over that 800 mark right before I went live. They were at 803. Tom Keltlich, Everything Outdoors. He is at 731. So we can get him some help. If you guys are already subscribed to him, share one of his videos out if you have that ability. Anti coming in the house. Giddy. All right. Yeah, Scotty Outdoors. I didn't particularly care for the snow. I was hoping the snow was behind us. Can't believe I was standing in the middle of a stream in 52-degree weather yesterday afternoon catching some trout. Wake up this morning to snow. City Sticker Chris, guys, he's at 707. He usually makes it in here. You'll see him in the chat. This is the time he's into the food plots and stuff. His last two videos, now's the time to be frost seeding. So an easy way to frost seed for a summer food plot is definitely now, when the warm and the cool with your plots. The other thing, he has basically what the plot price is going to be with inflation going up, and he's got some tactics for you. So go check those 2 videos there out. There's Boxy Arnold in the house. He's going to watch basketball game. Small Water Charters in the house. JV Outdoors, he's peeking in. Yeah, so Crystal Fever TV 572. Guys, he could use our help. He just posted a video here, I believe just a couple days ago. Again, if you guys have the ability on your community tabs or social media to share these guys out, if you already have them, that'd be awesome. Bluegrass Trapping. He is actually tanning up some coyote furs. And yes, Small Water Charters, I have his back. If you guys didn't see 2 videos ago, him and Lindia went to the bait shop to get some bait. They told him that the crappie were not hitting. They go on to limit out. I would love to say that the Boxy t-shirt had their backs on that one, but we know when it comes to catching fish, Boxy probably had no part in that. Jimmy C's lurking in the back of the classroom. All right, Jimmy. Nice to see you in here. Guys, if you don't know, he goes live Sunday nights about midnight. Get over there and check him out. I might have said Crystal. It's Coastal Fever. I think I just said it quickly and you didn't hear it properly. Deer Slayer's in the house. So Bluegrass Trapping, he is doing some furs. He's actually tanning his furs, and he's actually giving away 2 furs, one for his 500 subscriber giveaway, and as soon as he hit his 750, which he is at 751. So be watching for that, guys. He's going to be hopefully doing a giveaway, 2 of his furs. If they come out good, he is going to give each one. He's going to give out one for the 500, one for the 750. So continue to support him. Owls Outdoors, I'm sure he'll be in here at some point in time tonight. He's at 576. Jeremy Albritton, he is in the house. He just come in. He's asking how everything's going. He's at 574. Nice to see him get right there about 600. Then Parabellum Fishing, he's at 319. Yes, I did. I caught, I think I caught 5 and I lost probably about 3 of them. I should have some footage. I'm hoping to make a video with it. There he is, City Sticker Chris, just talking about him, guys. He's the one you want to go check out, how to frost seed. And then he's got some tactics on the food plot prices for this year. Go watch those 2 videos. Jeremy's eating supper, probably tying up some crappie jigs. Yeah, Parabellum Fishing's 319. Bayou Buck is at 85. So, guys, we just showcased him 2 weeks ago. Nice to see him hit that 100 with that new channel he's got up and going. It wasn't a Yote shirt, then yes, it would have been the shirt. Reverse psychology. And I'm going to talk about this Yote shirt here in a minute. The last channel I want to talk about, guys, is Set on Sign. They're at 39. If you remember, they originally had won the actual showcase, but realized they couldn't do it tonight. They had some obligations. So we're going to be with Justin and Jen. And we're going to hopefully at one point get to share him out. Nice to see you guys get over there and check out Set on Sign. Daniel Kilgore, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. So with that said, if you guys don't know, Dwayne Lazar had some bad luck come his way. He had to take care of himself, guys, and he is back to some capacity. He gave us an update on how he is doing. If you guys could go over there and watch that video, send him some well wishes and some prayers. Tubby Guy Outdoors, buddy, thank you. You didn't need to do that. You know I'm going to share my passion regardless. But, brother, I love you. And, guys, go check out Dwayne Lazar, he's hoping to possibly get maybe a live going with Pete, and hopefully we'll get to see him on screen here at some point. So Coffee Outdoors says he sent some furs off to FHA. Now time to range the garage and get ready for turkey season. Absolutely. I did see he was getting his furs ready. I'm actually getting my furs ready. I'm selling them Saturday to Grown Waltz. Unfortunately, it sounds like they are not accepting any coyotes from this area or raccoon. So it's looking like my beaver, probably a couple mink, and my muskrats I'll probably sell. Debating on selling my casters. I probably will sell some of it, but I want to make some I want to make some caster lure to try and catch beaver on my own lure. That would be an awesome. That'd be a first. Daddy Duck 365 is in the house. I saw you earlier, brother. So Justin and Jen, they're at 350 guys. So we are going to bring them up. We got 28 in the house. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Please, if you have the ability, share this out. Let's try to get some people in here to help Justin and Jen to push them guys closer to 400. And they got 92 videos. So let me put this in the chat. So Justin and Jen, I do know you guys did a test last night. I did watch most of that live that you guys did. So when you come in, if you're going to be using two apparatuses, just remember one of them you're going to have to turn the volume off on. If you're going to use one for the chat and then the other one for your video, just make sure one of the audios is turned down or you'll get that feedback. That's why I have to wear this anytime I share something out. There's a feedback. So I'm going to share that out. You guys click that link. You'll follow that. It's not any app that you need to worry about. So here goes that. Edwards Family Farmstead, how's it going? It's these. Date will be on in a few. Blakely's Trap and Supply. Been sick all day, man. That ain't good. Hopefully you get feeling better. So while we're waiting for Justin and Jen to hopefully follow that link and pop up on here, that they have 92 videos, guys. So they got about 61.2 thousand views. 5 videos that they've posted in the last 30 days. And there they are in the back room. We will bring them up here directly.
There.
And good evening. How you guys doing?
I got two sounds for some reason.
Yeah, you're going to have to shut one off.
Yeah, we got to
turn one of your volumes off. Coastal Fever TV, how you doing?
All right, you're gonna have to
Let me make sure it's not on my end.
Sure could. Yes, it would have been the reverse psychology. And I'm going to talk about this yoke shirt here in a minute.
Yeah, you're
all right.
You're a little bit behind on one of your.
We're still not caught up with you.
So try and refresh. Try to refresh.
You hit the refresh.
That'd be on your YouTube side, I'm thinking. You'll want to refresh on the YouTube side. And then turn that volume off if you're using. Are you there now?
What are you doing?
There's Otter Cat. You need to mute the YouTube audio.
Yeah.
It's the YouTube side that you got to watch. So whatever apparatus you're on with StreamYard, you're going to want to leave the audio with it. The one that you're going through YouTube probably for the chat.
Oh, that's what it
You'll
is.
want-
We had it on YouTube and StreamYard popped up, so now it's pulling up twice.
Right. So you want to stay
There you
on
go.
the StreamYard, and then you want to.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I think
now
we
turn
got her now. And Tubby guys told me to stop punching buttons because
All right.
YouTube,
Are we there now?
No, you're still your YouTube, whichever one apparatus you have YouTube on. Shut the audio off.
Yeah, we closed out of that one.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Okay.
Now, can you see the chat?
I'm gonna pull that up on the phone.
We could. I don't see it now.
Yeah, if you
We'll have to do like we did last night with we'll have the chat on the other, on the phone.
Yeah, that's kind of how you're going to have to do it. And then what you'll have to do is just keep the audio off on that YouTube where you're seeing the chat. So that way you can at least interact with the chat. I'll pop some things up as well.
Okay.
Ottercat's in the house. We got Coastal Fever coming in, guys.
All right, there we are.
I think we're good now.
Yeah. What's up, Ottercat?
Everybody's warning you guys about me and touching buttons. If you guys don't know, the very first time I shared Judith and Dan, I actually hit a button and actually took myself right out of StreamYard, and they were left there all by themselves. So hey, it's great having you up here.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Kind of went over a little bit, where your channel is at. 350 supporters. You do have 92 videos posted. That gives you 61.2 thousand views. So pretty darn good. 5 videos in your last 30 days. So mostly all trapping, but I know you guys are you trap, you hunt, you fish. I think you put in your about page, that's your lifestyle, and you hope that people enjoy what you share. So I guess my first impression as I watched your videos and your channel, things that come to my mind: teacher of the trade, knowledge that is shareable. And it's funny because I had those thoughts, and I had a lot of work this week, so I was kind of catching videos here and there, and I'm not able to comment much, but I try to go back and comment on some of the videos when the weekend got here. But I had wrote down those very things, and then I watched your guys' live late last night, and you mentioned about you have been teaching some landowners possibly.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I think I hit the nail on the head there, right?
What's it? Yeah. Yeah, we had. What's that?
I was going to say, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was just kind of, we picked up a couple new properties this past year, and they were just the typical, the deer hunters that wanted to basically do it on their own, control their own predators and stuff. So they're good friends of ours. So we just decided, we'll go ahead and help them out. And
our friend Tom has actually been bugging us for a couple of years to come and try to get some beavers out there.
He had beavers, coyote problems, and
he didn't want us to get the otters. He liked to watch the otters play until he found out that's why he doesn't have any fish in his ponds over there.
Yeah, the beaver don't bother the fish.
Nope.
But I think, what did you guys get? About 15 beavers out there and some otters, and it's a spring-fed creek, and there's a couple ponds out there, and as soon as they started with the water traps, they were hooked.
Yep. Yeah, he was hooked just as soon as we got started. We caught some really nice beavers out of there. And just as soon as we whacked the first couple, he couldn't wait, to go back the next day. He was out there with me checking. So
he actually, his taxidermist, that beaver had to have been close to 65 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And she had a really neat little marking on her tail. So that was his first to take to the taxidermist. Then he got a muskrat. What else did he get?
He got an otter.
Two
he got
otters.
His first red fox. Yeah, he got 2 otters.
2 otters. he didn't get a mink, but it's basically going to be a Tennessee water line, just a water scene mount. And the way he described it, I can't wait to get pictures and video when his taxidermist gets that done.
Yep. That's going to be he's got like a big tree stump, and then all these critters that he caught are going to be all doing their thing, you know, around it, like the otters going under the water. It's going to be a really neat, basically a nature scene, you know, with them all. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, they're big time hunters and conservationists. So we knew when we started to teach them a little bit that they were going to be hooked, and they both are. They're hooked. Even their little boy.
They're all in now.
All in.
Yep.
I think I'm getting a feedback. Are you guys getting a feedback?
No, not on this end.
No, I got everything turned down.
I don't know.
Okay, I just wanted to check if it's not on my end. I don't have it now, so I'm not sure what's going on. Could be on my end. So yeah, that was just something that, you know, thinking of the trappers of yesterday, I guess I will say, versus the trappers. We understand where trapping can possibly be headed just because of everybody that's against it now. Yeah. And, you know, back in the day, you know, they were very tight-lipped about getting, you know, people into trapping, helping.
You weren't gonna hear anything from anyone back then.
And I think, you know, unfortunately, the way the fur industry has turned over, we're not out here making any money.
No.
If you were making boatloads of money, we might be tight-lipped on our little secrets and stuff.
Maybe just a little bit.
But you know, I think, you know, for what it's worth, you know, keeping this tradition going and the trapping, getting the people involved, getting the young kids involved, something that, you know, I'm passionate about. I try every year to give at least a dozen traps out. There, you know, I usually break it up, you know, into 3 trap sets, but this year I was so thankful for Trapper Jay stepping up. He sent me a dozen number 2 dogless, and then Blakely's Trapping Supply, he matched that with a dozen 1.5s. So then I went and bought a dozen Duke DPs because I was going to be buying a dozen anyhow. So I'm actually going to give away 12 sets of traps, and they get one of each of those. So
that's a good starter line right there.
So it's definitely, I'm thinking they got a little bit of everything there. The only thing I don't have would be a conibear, but if that's something, you know, they want to get into, those are very cheap for them to just even go to like a feed store and buy a few of those.
We had a friend come. Well, our friend's brother came down from Montana, and they were visiting. We just happened to, you know, check our trap line, and they had a son that was 12, and he was playing. I think he was, you know, setting all of the traps, just digging stuff out. By the end of the second day, he was putting in his own sets.
He was,
completely. He had that one. What was it, a double long spring that it had really tight springs on it, and we ended up giving him that, and that's his first trap, and he couldn't wait to go home and set it.
I had a beefed up number 3 double long I made, you know, with the base plate and everything. It was all the pit pan system on it.
Okay.
And he really liked that trap, so I said, you know what, just you can have it. Had the shock spring on it, and I said, you know, you got to use it. Don't go hanging it on the wall. That's a good trap. So you got to use that. So I gave that to him for a going away present. But I can't believe, being from Montana, he hasn't been out whacking the fur. But I told the dad, I was like, man, you guys are in the state. You guys are out there where you can still kind of make money selling fur. And you know, they're off-grid living people. So I can't believe, you know, that they didn't have that, you know, that skill set already, but
they learned a lot.
They learned a whole lot
from coming down, just spending the weekend with us.
Yeah, just in 2 days.
There was a lot of questions.
That's always good, you know.
If
they don't ask the questions, that's when you get, you know, a little concerned, you know, whether, you know, where their mind is, or But it's nice to see put up on the screen there, Bo Daniels. He's bringing a dozen 110s to the rendezvous. That's awesome. That's
Nice.
awesome as well. So we got Evie in here from Northern Lights Goats. We got Parabellum Fishing in here as well. Mark J. Larson's. And I probably have missed a couple that possibly come in here. But I want to thank everybody in here. We got 30 in the house. We got Justin and Jen up here. So give me, how do you pronounce your last name?
It's Rasmussen.
Rasmussen.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. I as you will see, Small Water Charters, old John. I've kind of messed up a few names, here and there, in the past.
Well,
I used to call them Saltwater Charters, and it was Crystal Fever instead of Coastal Fever. But, it's all in fun, but I do have that little bit of Pennsylvanian in me that my pronunciations aren't always straight.
That's all right. I've been called worse.
So I have a couple videos that I brought up as a couple trap checks, and then I was going to possibly maybe play that off to the side, maybe so they can watch, and we can continue to talk. I might put the volume down a little bit. Maybe you can talk about either that or I noticed usually we sit back and we just watch the video, and then maybe if I bring the volume down a little bit, you guys can talk about that video. The one I know is, I believe you caught some, right off the bat, you have a coyote catch. And then I think you go down there and I think you might have caught a possum.
Probably.
Everybody gives them possums a hard time, but believe it or not.
If it was Jen said, it was probably a possum.
Well, that one. If you guys want to watch a video, go watch their.
But
on the days you wish you got skunked.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
There's been quite a few checks where, I get all the possums.
Yeah, Jen gets all the possums.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
We hopefully make you feel at home, brother.
Oh yeah, everybody's welcome. Yeah, there's plenty of days you go out there and you got roughly around 100 traps to check, and you come home with nothing. That's a kick in the gut. But you know what? We can't catch nothing every day. That's just the way it is. Some days are out hungry, and things happen.
One other video that I could really relate to, you were, of course, riding, I don't know if it's a gator or what you have, the vehicle that you use to check traps with, but it was just ice, sleet, and rain. And I did a video on You Want to Be a Trapper, and I got ice just caked on my beard, and I'm trudging through almost 18 inches of snow. And,
oh, yeah.
I saw that and I was just like, oh yeah, he knows what it's all about. And then you get the squeegee out.
Yeah, that's my windshield wiper.
And I about lost it. That was something else.
Yep, that's the windshield wiper.
Ottercat says them ain't no possums, man. Them are Tennessee silver fox. Yeah. So John says I should be called Epoxy Outdoors. Stick to your passion. That's a good one, John. I like that.
Yeah.
Plenty of empty trap checks when trapping. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think this year for us, it was because we were so focused on a couple other friends. We have a guy down the road that on Facebook, he had posted in one of the local chats about somebody's raccoon dog coming through, and he had traps set out. Well, I happened to pop on there and messaged him personally, and I'm like, well, I think we know everybody in the area that traps, so you may not want to post that, because in Tennessee, you're liable for catching somebody else's dog, even if it's on your property. So he didn't know all the laws and the rules and regulations, because Tennessee makes it a little bit more difficult to actually locate the laws.
Mhm.
So he came out, he's going through medic school or something like that, got out of the military,
Yeah.
and he started hanging out with us. And actually, this coyote right here was his first coyote.
Yeah, the big one. Yep.
Our biggest that we got this year on a new property, which happens to be right down the road as well.
Mhm.
And he was so tickled because we would go live, and while he's at work, he would pull it up on his phone and watch us. And he's got a TikTok. He's got very many, like a lot of followers on TikTok. So that was his excitement on catching his first coyote.
Nice.
Well, on the property that he was setting, now that he knows what traps to use, and he was laminating and doing the right thing, his first raccoon was tore up by those dogs that came out there. So he came up to his first raccoon of shredded.
His first catch got destroyed.
Yeah, shredded raccoon, that's not good.
No, they're already not worth anything. Well, then something sentimental like that, and you still can't keep it. That's
That's
tough.
But he learned a lot about he fleshed, because he did get another raccoon, and he came over here and he skinned it out and fleshed it, and he did everything putting it up.
Yeah, we helped him with that.
Nice.
He learned a lot this year too, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be one of our other children.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to mention Tom Kelly to Everything Outdoors is in the house, guys. If you remember, he's at 731. He could use our help to share him out, try to help get some support to him. We got J Dub's Adventure coming in, showing his support before he hits the hay. He must have to work early, huh? That's something, that I mentioned. I hope I mention it more often than I think, but, there's always a first that can happen. I haven't been trapping for many years, so I think there's more first, that I can get into with that. But like even archery hunting or hunting in general, I've been doing it since I've been 12.
Yeah.
And there's always that opportunity to have a first. And with trapping, even my first beaver, my first red fox, that was my first coon, right? Well, I guess get this right here. Right
I see him. Yeah, we see him.
That was my first coon. I tried to self-tan it. And then what was really cool was, that's my first muskrat.
Yeah,
right there. But over here, that's actually the red fox, my first red fox I caught this year. But I'll be selling that one Saturday. But there's my Fisher coon.
Yeah, that's a nice.
That was the first year that I trapped. I can't remember. It was like, I want to say second or third week. Yep. It was on a dirt hole set.
Really?
And I got there, and it was the first time I ever experienced a flip trap. I was like, Well, I always thought it was probably a fox.
Yeah.
And so I actually took the trap, and all I did is I just set it right back in the bed. I just threw leaves on it, and come back the next day to that Fisher coon. That I thought it was a skunk at first, coming around seeing all that black. I was like, oh no. And,
there he is.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. But a lot of firsts, and to watch people enjoy that. I'm just thinking. I just watched Trapper Jay. I know a lot of people know Trapper Jay. Took his wife out, and they were doing some snagging, and to watch her snag into her first cart, and just that excitement. I mean, I enjoy watching that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I took Justin up to northern Michigan. That's where I'm from, up by Osneek area. Okay. And I grew up charter fishing. My uncle had a charter boat on Lake Huron, and Justin had never experienced anything like that with the big lakes. And that was my joy, is to see him get those lake trout, watch those downriggers, those pulls straighten up, fish on, and
the whole thing was all new.
That was a lot of fun. And then the next year, his sister and a lot of his family came from Nebraska, and we rented my friend's cottage. So we went up there and took his sister. Unfortunately, the first day, she got pretty seasick.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't believe that. We grew up on a boat and she still got sick.
Well, I mean, we were quite a few miles out and couldn't see land, but just to see that, what I grew up with and seeing the rest of the family experience that's my joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. We all had, memories forever. We'll always remember that stuff. So. Bull, we was actually on Huron, not Michigan.
Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Small waters saying Ralph.
Yeah. Yeah, my niece, her daughter, and my sister both. They was one on each side of the boat.
I have videos.
They were chumming.
That's what City Sticker Chris said. He has no sea legs either.
No.
That's one thing I shouldn't say that. And I usually do pretty good. We went out on Erie for a charter one time. We were on 4 to 5 foot swells.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's probably the worst. I've been out on the ocean and it wasn't even that bad. And
in their defense, it was rough that day.
We had about 4 foot swells.
It was rough. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually made it. We caught our limit too, which was surprising. They weren't expecting us to do very well, and we ended up catching our limit of walleye. But
that'd be nice. They're good eating. I love walleye.
Yeah, that's usually that's what I try to go after. Is walleye. I got with Jakey Crack Outdoors last year in April, and we smashed them. And hoping to get out there a couple times. Hopefully before the bite's over and the summer hits. But work for some reason. My work springtime and fall time, whatever the reason is. It's like they know.
Yeah. Are you in Pennsylvania?
I am in Pennsylvania. Yes.
Okay.
I'm right on the edge of Ohio.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know exactly where. I'm friends with Austin Passamonte on Facebook.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with him or not, but he's been catching some monster perch out there on one of them lakes somewhere. He's in Pennsylvania too, somewhere up, I think, by the big lake. But monster, he's trying to get his 2-pound perch, and he's probably gonna get it real soon because they look like footballs when he posts them. They're bigger than Coke bottles when he puts them. When he shows them, they're just fat. He was trying to get them before they drop their eggs, but. I didn't know if you knew him or not, but
I don't know. I may know him. I don't know him personally. I may follow him. I don't know. If he's on social media, sometimes a lot of them, that come through, if they're Pennsylvania, I do like supporting my PA buddies out there. City Sticker Chris, we got PA Trapping and Outdoors. We got Geo, Bull Daniels. Believe it or not, all those guys, Freezer Bound Outdoors, are all within an hour of me. And I'm actually, if you kind of look at Pennsylvania, right where Ohio and Pennsylvania meet, I'm not quite halfway in the middle, but there's a lake. If you actually would go to Google Earth, you'll see there's a lake that splits Ohio and Pennsylvania. We actually share Palmatumine Lake, and I'm literally, if you go by a crow's fly, probably 2 miles from that lake.
All right.
So, yeah, I just drive around the lake, and I'm in Ohio, and I actually work in Ohio. So,
we're on a border area too, Tennessee and Kentucky. 2 miles up the road is Kentucky.
Yeah.
So I kind of gathered you guys were from northern Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah.
We both work on Fort Campbell.
Fort Campbell.
So we're there on post.
Yeah. Yep.
Now is that an Army base or?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's the 101st. Yeah, and the 5th Group SF is there also, and 160th. And I think that's it for attached, divisions of their own. But
that's what brought us here is we met in Hawaii. We were both married to others that tend to like each other, and then we met through that relationship that the others had, and here we are 23 years later.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Fort Campbell, Justin was in the Army, and
Okay.
he got out right after 9/11. He went to Afghanistan, that first rotation.
I got out in 03, yeah.
Yep. He did that very first in Afghanistan after.
Not Clarksville. We're west. We're in Dover, Daniel.
Okay, I was kind of wondering if that was for you or for me, because we have a Clarksville street, but we don't have any Clarksville. Gio actually passed my house today. He says he got a bow mount trolling motor. Okay, that's awesome. He's actually fixing up a boat. Yeah, my son, he's actually he's at, Army National Guard, and he does it. I was surprised at how much he travels to do his training and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He was just up in Upper Michigan, the part of Michigan that goes up over Wisconsin. He was up there for a week. He was down in Louisiana last summer, and then this summer he's going out to California. So not sure if he'll make it down to Tennessee, but I imagine the way they move around,
they might. Yeah, they do
a little stint down there.
There's a big back 40 area. They do a lot of National Guard and hey, thanks, Tom. National Guard and the reserves and everything do a lot of training in the back. It's several.
There's a lot of Air Force and
Air Force. There's a lot of them that train. Yep, train back there. So it's possibility. Yep.
Yeah, so let's bring up a video here. I'm gonna just bring up one now. Like I said, I might try to keep the volume. I usually keep the volume full max, and then if we get to talk and then you can't hear over top of each other. So Linda in the house.
Jen likes to cuss a lot, so you probably don't want to hear it all anyway.
I just wanted to say to Bull Daniels, we've met Moon over at Micah Seavers at his trapping convention. Yeah, Bull Daniels said his brother Moon.
Oh yeah.
He used to do a lot of the hunter safety courses on Fort Campbell.
Yeah, he worked on Fort Campbell. Yep.
It's a small world. We have been here for 20 years, and I worked a lot over the years at bait stores and stuff like that. So everything we've done has been something with the community and hunting and fishing. Or
we're friends on Facebook, and it's killing me right now because I'm drawing a blank on his name. I'm about to take my phone and look it up.
Yeah, so Tom Kellis just let us know that his son's National Guard artillery. That's exactly what my son. That's exactly what my son is. He's actually my son's a mortarman.
Yeah, so, Aaron. Yep, Aaron Daniels. That's his name. Yeah, he's is he what do they call it? FO? Is he a phone operator or is he the observer?
Who's that? My son?
Yeah, the artillery.
I'm not sure. All I know, he's a mortarman. He.
Oh, okay.
He puts the thing down the tube and.
Yep. Yeah.
I do know that during his time during training and stuff, the handheld, I guess he excelled top of his class. He told me that he has the capability of taking a mortar, and if he has the coordinates. Now, my in-laws live about 5 miles away. He said if he had the coordinates, he could actually set that up and put that mortar right down their chimney. Yeah. I thought that was quite impressive.
Oh, yeah. I believe it.
It's amazing what, and like, Tom said, thank you for your service. And, you think of all the training that goes in, and some, I unfortunately was not able to go into the service, medical reasons. And to know, like, the good that comes out of that and the training that goes in there. And it's just amazing the skill that everyone has, that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
In there.
And then you make some lifelong friends too. They're brothers for life.
I could only imagine.
Well, there was when I had first started on post about 3 years ago. We got to walk through the museum over there, and what is that operation that you did where it was 160th 5th Group and then the regular Army?
Anaconda. Yeah.
Operation Anaconda. They had this mural up there on the whole operation, and it kind of brought a tear to my eye because I was like, my husband was part of that, to kind of be a part of history like that was pretty neat.
Yeah, absolutely. Raised Outdoors said he called for fire for many of the motor companies.
Oh, yeah.
Bo Daniel said his son is Army Reserve. He jumped out of helicopters at Fort Campbell.
Yep. They jump out of everything here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not sure what JB's talking about. But
I don't either.
I know there's some stuff going over in the chat here, but he knew some of those. The cat lady would be doomed, and we would have Chinese buffet after.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good just seeing just the response like that. Flamethrower can cook it all. I know he was talking earlier about his belt that he has that he's going to be giving away for the champion. I think it's bass champion.
Yeah.
That JV is going to be doing millions of dollars of training to learn how to clean.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Hey, that's Scav. He's a Marine, so
Yeah.
he knows a little bit.
We won't talk about cleaning. With the job that I do, I'm in a lot of barracks rooms on a daily basis, and let's just say that the Army now is not what it used to be.
It's not like it used to be. Well, they don't shine their boots and press their uniforms anymore.
Oh, it's worse than that.
We're still
but they're a bunch of kids,
Yeah.
and
they still got our back, so we can't talk too much trash about them though.
Job security.
Yeah.
So I found out that, believe me, it's a hurry up and wait game in the Army for sure.
Sure is.
They don't lie
Marines
about
too,
that.
where Scab was. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna queue up this first one here. It was let me see. Let's do the January. I have two of them up here, but let's do the January trap check. We'll
Okay. We didn't catch much this year.
We'll follow along for it a little bit. I have it queued up for a reason, obviously. So you must have some catches in there. I don't think I'd just have us all riding along for the view, but
yeah.
That's fun in itself. Just seeing like the terrain that you guys get to trap and
it's a lot of pine.
We get a lot of we've got friends and family where the first couple years that we were going live on Facebook, we would get text messages and private messages on when are you going live? What time are you guys going to go out and check traps?
Yeah.
So I get 5 or 6. I'm like, well, Justin, get out of bed. Let's go. People are already waiting.
And that's kind of what started this whole thing to begin with was
Facebook.
She's in Michigan. I'm in Nebraska, originally, and we're living down here. We're several hundred miles from our family, and it was just a way to keep up. And then I had a couple of Facebook friends. Tim Ingram was the first one that I remember. He did one morning before work. He did a little live Facebook thing, and he just went along and checked his traps, on live. And I thought, man, that's the neatest thing. We can all kind of ride along with him while he's checking his traps.
Right.
And so then we started doing it, and then that was actually back before. I don't know if you know Paul Ansack or not, but he moved. He was here in East Tennessee, and that's how we kind of got together to be buds, was on Facebook, with all that. But then he thought that was, we got along, he got to ride with us too, and got a kick out of that. So, well, then when he moved to Montana, then he would do the same thing, and we'd kind of watch each other's videos and things like that. And then we just kind of, both of us, went our own directions, and he's into wolf trapping now out there. So he's in Montana too, out by Kalispell, I think. But he's living the dream out there, getting some good fur. But we still, keep carrying on, I guess, with the whole live thing, and then we can save the live videos. Then I'll just upload them to the YouTube then that way. And
okay, is that how you're doing? Is that what is this a live video that you were doing here and then you just post over?
Yeah, he'll take clips and just kind of get some of the catches. Because I mean, when we go check traps, we would go live on the weekends because we both work full time, and during trapping season, it's dark by the time we get back, and we got to hurry up so Justin can skin everything out or put it in the freezer or whatnot. So he'll take clips like this and just post them up on YouTube as well.
That was our first coyote out there on the property this year. That was how far behind we were.
Yeah, that
Pagoda.
Nice looking coyote. I did hear you mention something about you did catch a couple that did have mange.
Yeah. Actually, where that dog is right there, it was about 150 yards west of where he's at is where I caught that one from. Just the end of where this road turns around there, I caught one down there. So, yep, that's every year we catch one or two. Sometimes.
Well, what it is
more.
it's over 4,000 acres, and most of it is a deer lease where, the guys are out there. And nobody there was a guy that we talked to this year that his name was on the lease, and he was learning how to trap this year. He said he did a lot of it when he was a kid, but this was totally different this year. And we helped him out a little bit. He kind of walked with us and put in a couple traps. But they're guys from East Tennessee. They all got, their own businesses and this is them coming out here to deer hunt. That's their pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just, helping these guys out. And we've been out there, 6 or 7 years now, something? I don't even know.
More than that.
We've been out there quite a few years now. So
we've been out there 5 years. Yeah.
Trying to split it up into sections because we really try to get about 100 traps out there, and this year they're logging and things were so different this year, and our weather was really crazy for Tennessee.
It looked like so that's something else that I'm glad you mentioned that, because I have written down here weather, because watching a lot of the trapping community, watching their videos. There was some that the weather just did not help them at all this year. And for myself, the weather played a part in some of my trapping. I don't know if I really trapped harder this year than I have in the past. More sets out. I didn't take a break in between, the different types of trapping between water and land trapping. So I don't know if my catches were just up just for that simple fact. But everybody seemed to be battling rain, sleet, heavy snow.
Yeah. We deal with that every year. This ice was just a little added kick in the gut. But, letter cat. So that's what I'm talking about is the ice. But every so often, every few years, we get some good ice, and it. I need to just get off my butt in the summertime and make some wax dirt, and we'd probably be a whole lot better off than we are.
Mm-hmm.
But things I always get busy. I got other things to do, and I don't get to it. And I'm thinking, summer's the time to do it, because I could set it out here in the yard. It's 100 degrees. I could put it on a tarp and set it out here and have it done when I come home from work.
Right. I think this other video that I have set up, I believe, is that ice fishing or the ice one. I believe.
Yeah.
100%. But Arkansas Trapper says weather was different for him this year as well. Really dry fall, then lots of water movement, catching the beavers.
Yep. Yeah, and depending on where he's at, he's just west of us a couple 100 miles is all he is. So basically, we probably had the same weather all winter.
Well, a lot of that too, like Arkansas is probably like us, where we get dumped on a couple inches of rain, and our creeks are flooded for 2 or 3 days. So your traps are
Yeah, water line, you
to
can just
them.
about write them off. Yep.
Yeah, that's in one of my videos I show. You know, we got like a quarter inch of rain, and where I was actually water trapping for some mink and some muskrat, it was blown out. I mean, it was my my couple of my 110 sets that I had. They quickly became bottom edge sets.
Oh yeah.
And it actually worked out. What was funny was I ended up catching a muskrat. It
Yep.
was actually I had set for mink, and I caught a mink in it, and then I caught a red squirrel, and then it flooded out, and I go and check, and believe it or not, I had a muskrat.
Yeah. Yeah, if you caught a red squirrel, it was pretty dry there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Jeremy said
it's
they
actually
had
it
a
was
dry winter. He must be from out west, because that's what your mom was saying too. They got no snow and rain this year.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom
Stingray
my
Steve,
mom
have
in
a good night.
my
Or is
mom in
everybody
Nebraska
saying
said we got more snow than she did this year.
Okay. Have a good night, Gio. There it is. Tennessee
Yep.
Silver Fox's AutoCat says.
Yeah. The only bad part about that is my set right there. That's not Jen's.
That's your set. How's
Really?
outdoor in the house?
Louisiana didn't have a lot of rain.
How you doing, Al? Yeah, we're out there protecting the turkeys and the deer, so those possums, they got to go too, as much as we hate them, and there's really no value to them. They still have to go. But,
Yeah.
this year we've seen just an explosion of turkeys out there. The population.
Well, yeah, we hunted the part of that land last spring for turkeys, and
Lots of toms out
wow,
there.
it was
and
ridiculous.
And then later this summer in July, we went out there bush hogging, and we come across, I don't know how many flocks it was. They was all together in one group, but there was several stages of poults, and you could tell they was all, there was three different poult ages, three different groups there that was together, but they was all in just one mass.
And the quail.
Right.
And there was so many birds. I don't know, there was 30 plus. That was just a proud trapper moment right there. When you pull up, you come around the corner, you see all them little babies running around, and the mamas, and just. I told the guy there that's got that other lease, so there's a proud trapper moment right there, because you get to pat yourself on the back and see all them little turkeys running around out there. But
Right.
it kind of makes you feel good what you're doing out there, even if the fur price is gone, And
There's your timber.
Yep, that's the logging guys. They're next year it won't even look like this.
I don't even know if we're gonna trap out there next year.
We're still deciding on what to do yet.
We're getting a lot of people with smaller properties that are wanting us to trap, friends of friends and stuff. And I think we might take it easy this season and put out, one of the guys that we helped out, we put 3 traps out there. We talked about it last night. We put 3 traps out there and got 2 foxes and a coyote. So in my mind, maybe we should start hitting some of these smaller properties, less traps, and possibly catch more furs and a better quality, because they haven't ever been trapped. Our friends in Clarksville, where they had that 100 acres and that was their first year, they put a killing on those raccoons. So I'm thinking we might try that this season.
We got 46 keepers, I guess. I think we turned a couple loose or didn't keep some for some reason, but we've got 46 here that we kept that were in good shape. So that was just mainly from them two, from their property in Clarksville, and then we caught a couple incidentals out on the lease out there. But yeah.
Well, we just didn't put the time in for us this year that we normally do. Thursdays, we would go out there, make sure that everything was reset on a Thursday evening. So Friday we wouldn't check, and we would go out Saturday morning, so we would have a good live video. And we really didn't do that this year. And
no, we didn't hit it like we normally do.
But we helped out a lot of people.
Yeah, and I would take that trade off over anything. We just
that trade off there is probably worth more than what you're going to get in the furs that you would have caught. You know?
Oh yeah, we would leave a property, after teaching somebody, and that's what we talked about the whole way home is how good it made us feel. And wow, did you see so and so? They just picked up and they asked the right questions, and it was just we were really proud.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that,
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get the kids involved and they catch their first critter, that's just you're over the moon then. So it's that's when fur prices, it doesn't even matter anymore. It's just you're teaching a kid, you're like Robbie says, you're keeping the tradition alive, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's just having fun, teaching the kids, passing it on. Someday when we're gone, this will, well, if we, not only do they have videos of us to watch, but maybe they'll learn something and they can still, and I hope they're still legal to go out and do it. But
yeah. I get it a lot too. So I work on Fort Campbell, and I work for the government. So I bounce around a lot, and I have so many times people just picking my brain about everything. And I'm like, it gets to the point where, yeah, great. I like to talk about this, but maybe I'd like to get to know you a little bit more too. I just get 1,000 questions, and a woman working in a man's trade, they're just, it's easy to pick me out in a crowd because I'm the only woman, but I got all these guys where I don't know their names. I kind of know their faces, but I don't. I'm just talking because they're constantly asking questions.
Right. Something that you mentioned in your guys' live is like your seasons kind of all it kind of all runs together. You don't. It's like you never stop, and I kind of could relate to that, and it actually brought up a channel name that kind of goes with this. But you guys said you in the spring it's fishing, gardening, then you go into hunting, then you're right into trap, and then you just repeat that again. And we know there's a channel out there. It's hunt, trap, fish, or it's fish, hunt, trap, repeat. And so
he's a good guy too.
There's Monica in the house. How we doing, Monica? She is now a Illinois resident.
Yep.
Glad to see her and Mark made it back there, and
she's moved in with Mark.
Yep. Should be all moved in. I don't know if she's moved in, but they are there. I don't know if she's got everything moved in yet.
She'll probably comment here.
Yeah, so talking about the hunt, fish, trap, we do have hobbies that fall in between. Mm-hmm. We've got, when we do the garden, we've got the meat birds, which I'm getting ready to get our Cornish cross. I do a lot of sewing, which I didn't get to do this year, but I like to, I have to stay busy. So, we do the canning, we process our own deer. So it's not just going out and hunting. And I'm like 100% Polish. So I do a lot of cooking. When I make meals, I do a lot that I freeze. So during the week, if I don't feel like cooking that night, we just pull it out of the freezer.
Right.
I'm just now figuring out my laser etcher that I bought 2 years ago.
Yeah, I saw the laser etcher, as well as I know that I believe you do quilts, and you have like 10 of them maybe pinned up, waiting to be sewn.
Yeah, well, I was working. I got maybe 3 done this weekend.
Yeah.
But we got the front porch pressure washed, so that was one thing checked off of my to-do list. But yeah, we've got pigs, and I wanted to go out in the woods today and look for some mushrooms. I tried yesterday and didn't get a chance to go back out to the neighbor's property, but yeah, we just try to
You
stay
guys
busy.
have the mushrooms are already popping down that way?
Yeah, the temperature has been enough the past couple days that the ground temperature is about 50 degrees, and we had rain a couple days ago, so those morels should be popping up soon. I more like the chanterelles in the fall. Those are a lot nicer.
The chanterelles?
Yeah.
They're the orange ones.
They're sweeter, I think.
Yeah.
I ran into, I'm talking a batch. When I say I ran into a batch, like wherever I looked, all I saw was these golden mushrooms all around me. I was like, I knew they were something. I had no clue what they were. And as I'm making a video, I was actually, it's on one of my, getting ready for the fall archery season. It was, I think it was like August. I had put the trail cameras up to get, just to see if I had deer moving in the area. And everybody saw that video, and they were like, dude, get back there. That's a gold sign.
Yeah, and then if you pull up prices online, they're expensive mushrooms if you have to buy them.
Oh, they're really good.
But they are really good. But you have to be careful as well, because there is the false ones that something pumpkin or a jack-lantern, I think is what it's called. Yeah. And I guess those are they got a little bit of toxicity to it, so you probably don't want those.
Yeah. So looking at these, I know there's something about the lobe or somehow how it connects that you got to look at. And so I did actually look at that, and they were chanterelles, and I'm talking like, I bet you like 120. I mean, 120 some yards just around me. That's all I saw was these things.
And they're so much easier to find than those morels.
Oh yeah, they popped right.
Yeah, you can spot them 100 miles away.
But yeah, we went up to Michigan a few years ago, and it just so happened we went up in May, and we at my grandparents' old place, which is now my aunt and uncle, and I found my grandpa's secret spot where he got his, and man, we loaded up a couple grocery bags, and I brought them home, and I just stuck them on a cake pan and threw them in the freezer like that, just froze them, and then I put them in my food saver bags, and man, we cooked those up with some deer steaks and some onions and
good stuff,
homegrown.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Anti-Sin is getting an echo. I think it's on my end.
How are the pierogies?
They're good.
So I don't make pierogies that often. I kind of cheat and buy them, but when we go up to Michigan, my aunt is like the world's best Polish cook.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy, Raven Cat.
Raven Cat's in the house.
I guess the one Polish dish that I really like is I do stuffed cabbage, the gołąbkis, and then like we make our own Polish sausage. Our kielbasas we do with venison. That's what I grew up doing when we processed our own. And then Justin built a pretty good sized smoker, so we'll go out there. So we've got pork from our pig that I cut with 20%, and we put it in the casings, and he'll go out there and smoke, our homemade kielbasa, and that turns out pretty good. We also the beaver summer sausage. That's how we make our money on the beavers. They pay for themselves, and I'd much rather just beaver trap all year round.
They're fun to catch.
What's that?
They are fun to catch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you said bobcats too.
No, they're a lot of fun to catch, but when you got to pack them back 300 or 400 yards back to a vehicle, that really sucks. You start hating yourself when you got to do all that. They get heavy quick, real quick. I like Dan. He rides around in that canoe all day. That's the way to do it right there. Throw them in your canoe. Yep.
I am pushing buttons here. I'm getting a real bad echo, and I think it's on my end. I'm trying to figure out through my headset or if it's through my I'm just trying to check settings. So if like I come up with no audio, you might want to go like that, Timmy.
You clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, for us, when we were first starting it out, I had to close out the YouTube and just go straight to the StreamYard because that's why you were getting the double.
The double, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a button pusher. Sometimes I don't know. So my webcam has audio, then my headset has audio, and then of course my computer has audio, and I got to watch. And I don't know if there's a function that I have turned on that is working against me here, but
yeah.
I'm gonna go
Dan
grab
says canoe trapping
real quick and check the dog.
Okay.
See what he is tearing up.
All right.
So I know that you mentioned about the beaver sausage that you guys make. Is that? I mean, you don't get a whole lot of meat off of a beaver, or do you?
We usually take the back straps and the back quarters, and
Okay.
This year I think she was taking a little bit off the front, but there's just not a lot on the front. She was getting what she could off of it. But normally, she'll take the back quarters and the back straps, and whatever she don't use, then I'll make for bait. But
Use it for bait. Okay.
Gotten cut up so much on bait, I'm good. So we just kind of, let the bugs eat whatever they're gonna eat after we take what we're going to, for food. Then we just toss the rest usually. But it kind of sucks. I hate seeing that go to waste. It's a good resource for sure.
I'm going to pull up this next one. I think this is the one that Otter Cat was talking about. I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I do believe I have the ice. It's where you had to go out. I think I got it where you had to go out around some downed trees.
Yeah, we'd gotten some real good rain, and then it turned around and froze, and all them pines out there. Yep, that's the one. All those pines out there, from just getting weighted down with the rain, they just fell down and they just bent over the road, and then it froze and had a 1/4 inch of ice on everything, and just not good. The grass and everything was just ice, the traps was iced over, and that was just not a good day. And then I got stuck at the end of the day. There was trees down over the road, so I had to it actually worked. I wished I would have filmed that, but I didn't. I tried it with the single earth anchor. I had wolf fangs in there, and I tried it twice, and it failed both times. So I was starting to get mad with being stuck, and I just didn't turn the camera on, and I put the anchor down in the middle of the road, and then I took another one and put it down right beside it, and I connected them together with my hook there. And then both of them together pulled me out. So, but I didn't get a chance to film that because I was getting a little irritated at that point.
Right.
My recovery wasn't coming out so good.
Yeah, here's your first roadblock right here.
Yeah, and this is where I got stuck on my way back. I went, I got around here, and then on my way back out after checking traps, I got stuck. Yeah, that rain would weight down them. It'd fill up just some, just cake them pine needles, and it would freeze up. So all that's just ice. And it would weight them trees down. Well, then the wind would blow. And once the wind blew enough, it would just, push them over. I could hear them cracking and everything while I was there. And it was kind of nerve-wracking just being around them because I really didn't like even being around them the way they were cracking like that,
Right.
And
soft trees.
Oh yeah, they're really soft trees. But these guys, I guess supposedly the price of pulpwood went through the roof, so these guys are out there just cleaning house. I mean, they're taking everything from, I don't know, 8-10 inches on up to bigger stuff. I mean, I can't believe the size of the logs they're taking. Some of them logs
are toilet paper prices.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I talked to one of those guys on one of our videos. We had a trap set off. We thought we had a pullout, and it was kind of weird. We thought the trap was dug out, and I actually met with those guys, and they said, "Oh yeah, I stepped on one of your traps." So it wasn't actually a dugout trap. We caught a logger.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
So are they clear cutting then? They're taking pretty much they're just wiping it out.
Yeah.
Well, it's
pretty much.
It's a West Vaco property. They actually plant
all of that right there that you can see last year was all trees. All of that right there was all trees.
I see.
Yeah, they cleared all that out this past. Apparently, they was out there during deer season too, clearing it out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But between that and stuff like that, when they're out there every day, so the coyotes, they're pretty much pushed out of the area. That took a lot of wind out of our sails for trapping out there, because one of the roads that is like one of our main producing roads, there's no timber on there no more. I mean, the whole area, it looks like Nebraska out there. There's like hills and nothing there no more. Yeah, so we're trying to figure out, what to do and how to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Well, then you can't go back there, and you can't even trap that whole road because they're logging, they're driving their trucks up and down the road, so you can't put nothing out there where we're at. I like to, since it's not a public road, I like to just put sets right on the side of the road, or I'll even put them in the middle of the road. They're just little 2-track roads.
Right in the middle of the 2-track.
Right in the middle, yeah. I mean, I see coyote tracks right there. I'm not going to make you move because, coyotes are lazy. They're not going to move anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I just put it right there at his nose, and, just like coon trapping. He's going to either stumble into it or find it,
Right.
And
Scabs
when these guys are out there logging with 18-wheelers, you can't do that because they're just going to drive over it. And with that big truck, you'll never, if you're lucky to find your trap, it'll be broke,
Mm-hmm.
We did catch our first this year, our first rabbit.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that. I set my pans at 4 pounds and caught a rabbit.
I did see that. I've caught the rabbit before. I do no pan tension, so.
Yeah, I run about 4 pounds just for that reason, so I don't catch, light things, skunks, and things like that. And we still, I don't know how we did it. He must have jumped on it or something, but and he was still alive when I got there. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
All right. The other crazy.
I really think we caught
Parabellum Fishing. Have good evening. Thanks for coming in. Please check Justin and Jen's channel out if you haven't already.
Yep. Take her easy, Parabellum.
I think the other crazy catch is we caught a possum, and it was actually in a cubby set, which the cubby was completely destroyed. And we got there, and the catch circle was like we had caught a coyote.
Yeah.
And
it was
the
huge.
only thing that was left was the possum foot.
You could see the foot.
Oh man.
We pulled up to it. It was a cubby. It was decorated up. We had it blocked off. My buddy made the set. And this was the only way we even put all this together was because it was the very first catch out of that thing. So we knew there was no catch circle of any kind there.
Right.
And we found this possum foot, and we found this catch circle the size of a big coyote. And we're trying to figure out what's going on here. And the only thing we could come up with was something grabbed. The possum got caught in the set. And something came and just went around there doing circles, pulling on him, and finally got him pulled out of there. Because it was just the foot, and you could see the foot. It looked like a possum pull out, but he left his foot in the trap. And it was just this huge circle wore out around there. It was a catch circle, but it was the size of a coyote. It was a catch circle I've never seen a possum do before.
A bear got a rabbit out of his trap.
Yeah, Al says a bear got a rabbit out of his trap. PA had Peter Cottontail jump on one of his blind sets this year. Had both back legs in the Bridger number 3. I did see his video of that too.
Bridger 3, yeah.
They do claim that there's been a a mountain lion around here somewhere, pretty close.
Okay.
There's even the game warden, had told us that there's been one spotted, and it's not far from where we trap. So,
There's no telling.
They got so many cameras out there on that lease, though, that I'm sure they would have caught something on camera if there was one in that area.
Yeah.
And then the wild hogs, they've gotten pretty rough around here too. But we haven't witnessed anywhere we're trapping.
No. I'm trying to get a hold of the game warden somehow and get in with them if they have any farmers with hog problems. I'd like to get into doing that. Do some nuisance hog control. That'd be a neat little side gig.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you do nuisance trapping like that, now are you able? There's the stuck in the mud.
I was stuck on the frame. Yep.
And I wasn't even there that day. He said he about called me to come pull him out. He puts earth anchors in.
Yeah, that would have been cool for you to show, if you'd have shown that for anybody that would be in this predicament. That sounds like a pretty good way of getting out.
Yeah, it worked. That's what I said, though. I couldn't get the first one when I do it single anchor. I only got 12-inch, 8-inch wolf fangs is all I run. So if I would have had the 15s or 18s, more than likely I probably would have gotten out with just one. You can see them right there. But those are the 8-inch, 12-inch, 12 long, 8-inch cable. But they're the I doubled it up on the one I didn't video. I doubled up, and that's what got me out. So.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Internet Veteran.
Thanks, Internet Vet. Yeah.
Thanks for being in here. Thanks for everything you do as well.
All right. You got my
That'll definitely go towards finding some, hopefully some raccoon lure, probably some coon candy from Trapper Jay. We'll put that in one of the kids.
Yeah.
giveaways.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yep. Pass it on. That's for sure.
Yeah. But so I'm gonna stop this here. There we go. So a couple things I have written down here, and I actually had a couple questions that I wrote for you. I think I'll start with the questions. So how many years, you may have even mentioned this a little bit earlier, how many years have you been trapping?
Me, we started trapping in 2012 when we bought this property.
Mm-hmm.
We started like hardcore every year.
More and more traps every year.
Yeah, more and more. Yeah, you got to keep building. But, I guess I got started. I'm really not sure what age it was. It was probably 9 or 10ish when I was a kid. My uncle trapped when he was a kid, and then my grandpa had his traps after he died. He died in 91.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandpa had traps. I'm not sure if they were his or if they were my grandpa's cousins, but somehow these traps got at my grandpa's house. And I kind of, I just got interested. I was outdoorsman. I hunted and fished. I fished since I can't even remember when I started fishing.
Mm-hmm.
And outdoors was that was me and my lifestyle.
Right.
And I had gotten 4 traps, and when we moved into kind of just on the outskirts of town, our neighbors had they were dairy farmers, and I got to go over there then and was trying to trap coons on their place and ended up catching skunks, but that was my first, and it was just basically the bug was planted back at that age,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably the best time, or not probably, it was the greatest, what really got the bug planted is what I'm trying to say, is when my grandpa's brother called my grandpa and said he had a badger problem over on his pasture. So me and grandpa went over there, and my grandpa set a snare up through one of the badgers. You could see the fresh dig, where the hole was just fresh dirt. And we just hung a snare over it, and grandpa anchored it to a tire there. And the next day, just this huge dugout, this tire was moved over the top of the hole. The badger was down in the hole, but he was in that snare. So we sat there with a shovel course, me being the young kid, I was with I had the shovel job, and
I bet you had the shovel.
and we dug him out to where Grandpa could get a shot at him. But that was, I guess, that was probably when the seed was planted for me. And like I said, I don't remember that. I was
Good night,
probably
Coastal. Thanks for coming in.
Yep, good
I
night.
was probably 10 or 11, maybe 12. I don't know. But that's when that was. Well, then, I joined the Army, got married, had a kid. Like they say, life happens.
Right.
And didn't do any trapping until we got this property. And we got chickens and stuff out here. And
we moved out here April of that year, and then fall rolled around, and we had chickens and stuff out, and there's an old cistern up at the end of the driveway. So Justin decided, it just so happens that our anniversary was opening day.
Was it opening day or day after?
And we put a trap out by the cistern and
caught my first bobcat.
Yeah, it was our first bobcat, and we ended up getting that one mounted. It was the biggest bobcat to date that we ever got. And she's sitting there in the house. But that's kind of what really got me. I did never done any trapping prior to that, not in Michigan or anything like that, but it was just another hobby for us to do together, when we do the hunting and fishing, and now it's the trapping. And his second, third cousin, we went to a graduation, and he called me the camera lady, because that's my title. I'm just the camera lady. I think I keep up pretty good for a camera lady, though. I keep up trap for trap.
Yeah.
Good night, Ted. I want to say hello to CC as well. A couple more things. So, what's your favorite set to put out? Is it? I mean, I know dirt hole. I mean, it's anything that'll catch fur. I know is probably the best set, but like a favorite set, easy. Like cubbies, dirt hole, flat set, blind set. Like if you come up upon something, what's the first set you're thinking about trying to find a spot for? I guess
mine is the cubby set. I am looking for a hole in the tree. I love to catch bobcats. That's my go-to. Second is I'll set for foxes. I'll set for coyotes because that's what we're out there mainly to catch. But every spot or every other spot, I'm building a Taj Mahal.
She's putting up a cabin right there. Yeah. I don't really have a set favorite per se. I love flat sets and I love dirt holes, and they have their place. And down here, we get, like all that freezing every year is that we're fighting rain every year. So if I can't put in a dirt hole, we use those, I got them laying back. I use those,
reach right back.
porta pockets. And if I don't, they're just, one of them, mine are like miniature though. They're just like I don't know, 13 inches is what I made them. But I can put bait and lure in here, and then the water drain out the back, and that helps that. And then I try to keep my trap high and dry. But if that don't, I would rather do I like flat sets. Urine post sets are real out there at that lease. They have really picked up. That's kind of almost a go-to, I guess you could say, is the flat set. So.
Hello?
Like I said, I don't have a favorite. I would prefer a dirt hole just because I like throwing bait and I got bait to put down the hole. But when the rain comes along, it's you're looking at a water hole is what you're looking at.
Right.
We had Ed Snyder come down here, Western Kentucky thing, and he does his step down dirt holes. And last year we was out there, and he's talking about his step down dirt hole, and I said, well, it's funny you mentioned the step down dirt hole. I said what I call it down here is the step down swimming hole, because whenever I make it, that's what it's gonna do. If you want a chance of it to rain, make you a step down dirt hole and make that dude big and deep, and it's gonna be full of water in the next couple of days. That's just the way it is here.
I did have one set that one of mine got washed out, and I just made sure that it was a little bit deeper in the puddle, and we caught a coyote with it. Stepped in the puddle.
It's stepped in the puddle.
And I think the coyotes too, when you think about it, they see that every day too. So if they can improvise, they might see a water puddle and they'll step in it if it's not that deep. So they might stick their foot in there and they might not on a water hole. It's hard to say, but I haven't had a whole lot of luck on my trap being in a water hole and still catching things. But I've had the dirt holes filled with water, and as long as the trap is still there's still no water there, but there's it's covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll work then. But if there's water in the trap bed,
you had that
it's
one
iffy.
At the end of season. You put that one in where I saw that big black coyote, and you had that one earth anchor break or pull out, or I don't even know what happened. Trap and everything was gone, and that hole was, I swear, like the size of a 5-gallon bucket. It was just, there was nothing he could do except put like a huge step down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was the last week of season, so we weren't too crazy on it.
Arkansas Track was saying that he feels with you guys because it sounds like you guys' area is just like his.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get what comes through his area. It comes up here.
Everything he gets, we'll get in the next day or two. As far as weather, all of our weather comes from the west, and he's right there. So yeah. Yep.
So another thing that I know was actually I believe it was going to be the next thing I want to talk about was gland removal. So you show you have a couple videos on raccoon and then of course the beaver casters and the oil sacks, but the mink. You actually found a mink hit on the road.
Yeah.
And,
we got two of them. Yeah.
I always thought, and I made a comment to one of my buddies at work that, they don't trap or anything like that. But I'd said that I had stopped and picked up a mink off the road. And he's like, holy smokes. He says, you're down to the part of, picking fur up, like that animal's roadkill. And I says,
yeah,
you got to think of it this way. I said, I know, fur prices are down now, but that's a $10 bill laying right there on the road.
Well, yeah. And
we're not too proud. When Justin drove truck, he stopped, I think it was Colorado. He had to look up the rules and regulations for roadkill. He cut out the back straps of an elk that was freshly hit with his Leatherman. So we are not too proud.
Oh, I've done it myself.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You want to confirm we're in Tennessee? Yeah, we're in Tennessee. We don't sound like it, but we are.
So, I mean, you both are kind of more from the north. You originally come from the north, so you haven't got into the Tennessee accent anyhow.
No.
Well, we've been here for 23 years, and
which is surprising because usually you would have that accent.
It rubs off, yeah.
Well, we're in a military town, so really a lot of people in the area that we interact with don't have a lot of the Southern slang.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of them do.
We have some that are very strong.
We got a few you can't hardly understand.
Right. So the gland removal. So it was very interesting to me because I mean I know muskrat, your mink, and then of course your beaver casters, oil sacks, and then your fox, your coyote glands. But what really impressed me was the raccoon glands. It seems like they have glands all over themselves, but
they do have, especially around the ear. That thing is huge. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess my question is would you use those gland in like a gland lure for? Would it be to catch other raccoons or?
Yeah.
That's what you're using it for?
You would get all them glands and send them to a lure maker, Jeff or somebody would buy them from you. The only coon lure gland that I have is from, what's his name? He's gone now.
A lot of that too. We've ground up a lot of that too. Not the coon, but
I gotta look. I got it right here.
We've put it in our own bait that we've had too. And then I got into getting some of the essential oils. Well, when I started to get into the essential oils,
there it is, right there.
Justin mentioned that he needed
Blackie's blend. That's what I got here. The Boar's Delight. Yeah, that's that's coon gland is what that is. But that's the only one I own. The only coon gland that I own. Do what?
Daddy Duck is headed out. I just thank him for coming in.
Oh, have a good one. Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
I am going to have to here pretty quickly do the drawing for next week. So those of you, there's 22 still in the chat. If you are under 1K, have at least 12 videos, I'll be getting your names here pretty soon. We'll throw you in the hat. We got the Trapper J hat on today. Usually I got my JB hat on, but my Trapper J hat, I actually lost some weight, which was good. The doctor told me I had to lose some weight, and
that is good.
I think I lost some in my melon because I have to pin it. I have to pin it in the back for it because it's one of those just fit hats. You can't tighten it down.
Yep.
Now it's like down over my ears, so I pin the back of it.
That's about the only place I can lose weight too is around my head, and that's every spring I get my hair cut.
Yeah. So we got Raven Cat Cecilia is in the house. Don't know if I mentioned that. I did see her a lot earlier as we were talking. I can't wait to see some more videos definitely coming from you guys from down there in Tennessee and stuff. And of course, hopefully you guys get onto those other smaller properties and get to do some more trapping next season. Yeah, Scat, grow my hair out. And you believe me, I thought about it. Maybe I shouldn't get my hair cut so short.
Well, that's why I said I always got to adjust mine after my haircut because I don't know if you ever watch Iowa Trapper, how he gets his hair all bushy out the side, and I look just like him every winter. My hair grows out and beard grows out, and I grow it all out about the end of August. I start growing it all out, and then it's a mess until spring.
That's kind of cool. Raised Outdoors said he probably missed a bunch of the live. He got over onto your channel, was watching some videos, and got a little tied up for the moment. That's awesome, though, Raised Outdoors. I'm glad you got over there and checked those videos out.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Like I said, two things. You like to teach, and you got some knowledge to share. And it's always nice to watch other people and how they do things. And, for myself, watching YouTube, you mentioned Robbie Gilbert, keeping the tradition alive. He's actually the very first person I actually watched. And then I got into YouTube and started watching all these other channels and stuff. So of course, I haven't caught a coyote yet, but I did have a buddy of mine caught two. I helped him set up the sets and he ends up catching a double, but I have caught some fox. And, removing that ear cartilage, you have an awesome video for those out there that are going to do it for their first time. Nice seeing you in here, Mike Showers.
Thanks for stopping by, Mike.
And I forget where I saw it from, but when they fleshed the head, so they set up and they pop that little triangle spot there.
Yep,
they pop it, and then you go from there. But I'm always so worried when I'm doing that I'm going to rip that, which I probably won't. But I kind of liked how you set that there and you just took your skinning knife and you went right underneath that and you go right to that base.
It's a fine line. Yeah, like I was telling you, in your comment there, it was like practice for sure, because that's a good way to knock a hole in it just the same as with the fleshing knife. But them little triangles are nice, and like you just start there and just work your way back to the ear, and that puts you right at the base.
Right at the
and then
base.
You cut around. But I noticed whenever I do mine, once you're skinning them down, go as far down where you cut the ear off, and that helps a lot with the finishing out later. Once you get him on the beam, finishing out later, getting the ear worked out.
Gotcha.
You can see the line or the ear, and just cut around, and then I get about halfway or so, and then you can take your fingers through and push. And if it's not for taxidermy, it doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to have the full ear. Just have the cartilage out,
Right.
one way or the other. And so I'm not perfect. I screw up probably 80% of the ones I do. I screw, they're not the whole ear, but I just make sure the cartilage isn't in there, that way they can sell. And that's what I mentioned last night. I don't know if you caught that with my bobcats. We shipped 10 bobcats up to fur harvesters.
Yeah.
And holy smokes, we got $565 out of them 10 cats. And that's the way they want their cats too, is no cartilage in the ear.
Right.
So I just started doing cats.
And it just so happened
I believe that was the first bunch of cats was those.
That was our best year on cats.
I just started doing ear cartilage on cats, and I do have a video coming up of the cats too. They're a little different, but they're pretty much you don't have as far to go as you do on a coyote. They're pretty much the same. I got a video coming up.
He's always a perfectionist, and then after watching that ear skinning video, you realize he doesn't have to be so anal about it. And then isn't this the truth? It says it annoys the heck out of him when he sees them Canadians up there with the coyote ears. They just grab the pliers and they're just like, whoop,
rip it out. Yeah,
rip it out.
Yeah, pliers works good.
Well, you got to think too, with the fur market, most of the time they don't care about the faces or the
they don't do a lot with the heads.
It's more just the not rotting.
Yeah, they do. The back and basically the body is where the money is on the fur. But most people will tell you that the head has no value. But still, there's people like that want the whole ear out. And like I said, if it's for taxidermy purposes, I'm not even going to touch it, because I'm just going to take it to my taxidermist. He can do the feet and the ears and the nose and the eyes, all he wants to do.
I hear you there.
Because I want a nice looking product at the end, and I know if I do it, I'm not going to get the ears perfect or all the toes, and I don't do that.
Yeah, them toes, that'd be something. Haven't done that, but that'll be something to do. Maybe at least try it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm usually always just like you said. You work a full-time job, and like right now, it's a 50-60 hour job. And, it's like just ring the feet and go.
And that's why most of the time I don't even come in the fur shed when he's skinning stuff out. I make sure that if he goes during the week, to check traps, or I go, I'm home. I make sure dinner's done, that he has food to eat before he starts, because it's going to be 9, 10, 11 o'clock before he walks in the house. So I don't even mess around with him here, because I've got other stuff that I need to get done for the work week.
Right. Brian Wainsworth's in here. Real quick, Arkansas Trapper. He just mentioned that. Let me see here. Let me put it up here so I can read it. He's not interested in doing a live chat. He's a brand new channel. He has around 66 videos, 350 subs. Just tagging along on the lines. Lots of instruction geared to beaver trapping. So Arkansas Trapper, what I will do is I'm going to put your name in here. You don't have to come up on panel. That is totally up to you. I will still showcase your channel. I will show a video or two. Maybe that evening I'll bring somebody up that is in the trapping community, maybe that just wants to get up here and chat about your channel, chat about trapping in general. Maybe we watch one of your videos and talk about what happened in that video. So don't think just because I have people up on panel showcasing their channel, that's how it has to happen. When I first started, I didn't even have StreamYard, and as you see, I'm still new to it. I'm still getting an echo for some stupid reason. It's on my end, but I do what I can, and we'll definitely share you out as well. So with that being said, I see we got Edwards Family Farmstead still in here as well. Big beaver catches have been in the shed all night. Boarding takes them a while. That's Jutnjen Dan. We know he's the beaver king there for sure.
Oh yeah,
the big tanks. And I always when he goes up there and he says, "My trap is not where I left it in the bed."
You can't call him the monster catcher. Did you see the one he got today on today's show?
Yeah.
I believe that's the smallest one I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like these trapping supply back in here. Okay, so we got 23 in the house. If you guys want to get showcased, I know Scab's in here. We're gonna probably want to show. He's gonna want to be in there. We got Arkansas Trapper. I will put you in there. I will. You don't have to come up on panel. We will. We'll figure something out if you happen to win it. And I'll showcase your channel. It's not about having to be up here. I just want to showcase what you share, your passion. If you're sharing it, I'm going to share you. That's the way I do it. So definitely. So real quick here, anybody that wants to be showcased, please put in there, showcase me so I can kind of look at it. Get your names in here. So there's Arkansas Trapper. He's in the hat. We got Scab 76. He's in the hat. Let me see here. I know we had a few people in here that are left yet. Edwards Farm. Yep, Jeremy Albritton's is still in the house. I got yours sitting here somewhere. There's Jeremy Albritton.
I keep up with him on TikTok.
Yep. Who's that, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's from Louisiana.
Oh, not Jeremy. Blake.
Oh, Blakely's. Yeah. Okay, Blakely's. So Bull Daniel says, glad to meet you guys and have a good night. And Bull, thank you for coming in, and can't wait.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, it's a small world.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We'll tell Aaron hi for you.
We'll probably see him a couple months.
Let's see, is Deer Slayer still in here? Usually him.
He was.
Pennsylvania Trapping and Outdoors. This might be a quick one. Coyote Whacker's in the house. Brian Rainsforth come in the house.
Yeah.
So far, I just got, hey, there's a 25% chance right now. There's 25% chance that those in the chat that are in the hat will get showcased.
How about we all head over to Arkansas Trapper and give him a sub anyway? How about that?
Yeah, hey, I'm all game for that. Maybe if one of my mods are still in here that can grab onto his channel and put it in there. Okay, PA Trapping Outdoors. There you are. You're going in the hat. Coyote Whacker saying, hey, Boxy. Hey, Justin and Jen.
How you doing, Coyote Whacker? I believe he's in New York, isn't he?
Coyote Trapper is in New York.
Yeah.
And I found out I don't think he's
probably not real far from you.
He's not too far off from where I'm at. He
probably not.
I believe Coyote Whacker, you are in southern New York.
Thank you, Edwards family.
Raised Outdoors. Okay. Raised Outdoors, Arkansas.
Yep.
Okay, it's going to say Raised Outdoor Arc. Unpaid Explorer in the house. A little bit late. We're just finishing up. We got Justin and Jen up here just watching over, looked over their channel, been talking trapping. Unpaved, he's from the Cleveland area. He does, as it says, unpaved explorer. He does a lot of exploring and hiking and
Okay.
all kinds of stuff like that. He was up the Rendezvous last year. If you watch any of the videos from that, him and Adam from Freezer Bond, they jumped off an abutment, a bank abutment, and jumped into the Clarion River.
Oh wow!
So that's probably going to happen again this year. We got Live More Outdoors popping in. Showcase everyone else, man. Don't worry about me. Blakely, you're under 1K, bud. If you want to showcase, I'd love to have you up and showcase you. And as you know, I'm thrilled with you sending a donation of those dozen traps. So I would love to showcase your channel. That's totally up to you. If you don't want showcased, I won't. But I
think he put up on there earlier that he wanted to be showcased.
He did put it up?
Oh,
yeah,
Blakely
I saw
did?
that. Yep.
All right, Blakely, I'm putting you in.
he said, "Don't worry about me."
Yeah, but earlier on there it said showcase me.
Well, I didn't catch it. I definitely want to showcase him.
Oh no, it's up here somewhere.
Got to get myself I had a bunch of papers here all ready to go, and I used them all up last week. I got one right here. So we're just going to put Blakely's trap.
Oh. Yep.
All right. You ain't going to take from everybody else, Blakely. Having you up here, me showcasing you know what that's going to do? That's going to help everybody, right?
Yeah, you ain't taking from anybody. We all got to help each other out here.
One big community.
Yep. We're all family here in the trapping world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to give everybody one more minute, and we're going to get on to this last man standing drawing. I actually, Monica, she was preparing to get packed up to head to Illinois, and she was giving some art away and on her live stream, and she did Last Man Standing. And it was pretty awesome. And then I won that actual painting from her, and of course it was the pink one. I got into every single one of them. I didn't care. I just wanted one of her paintings. And she's like, "Oh, if you won the pink one, maybe you give it to your wife." I said, "Heck no." It's right there on the wall. And but yeah, so that's where I got this Last Man Standing. And what's so funny was that later that night, I go into John Euler Outdoorsman. And as you guys know, he's a very big supporter of my channel. He's helped me out tremendously. And he did the same thing. He did a Last Man Standing. I'm like, that's how I'm going to do it. And he did it out of a hat like I'm doing it. Monica's was a little bit more high tech, but I'm not a high tech guy, so I don't know how to share like the little wheel and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and Trapper Jay's got some computerized number system or something they use. Him and somebody else I've seen before do that.
Raised Outdoors, we didn't have too much issue. Justin is not very technology oriented.
I'm not very tech savvy.
But I mean, we just got the laptop and then we pulled it up on the phone too, so we can see the actual chat going on.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's commence the drawing here.
All right.
Remember, it's the Last Man Standing, so here we go. Edwards Farmstead. Guys got to come in one more week.
Yeah.
One more week. That's Steve's Beyond Blessed and Nate 408. They, of course, are married now, and they have Edwards Family Farmstead. And they got some good content. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more from them. Next one out. Arkansas Trapper.
Oh,
I definitely want to check your. I'll be checking your channel out, and hopefully you come back in, and hopefully in the next upcoming weeks,
yeah.
we can definitely get you shared out. Okay, next one out.
We did practice last night.
Yeah.
The Arkansas guys.
Oh.
Raised Outdoor Arkansas. All right, we're down to the final 4. Here we go. Next one out. My home state, PA, trapping and outdoors.
Yeah.
We'll get you next week. We'll get you in here. I know you'll be in here.
Put money on it. I think Blakely's gonna be the last one.
All right, we got that. Oh, there's 3 in here. Yep, Blakely's in here. Scab's in here. Jeremy Albritton's in here. Scab 76.
Scabs.
It's not next week. It's going to be soon. It's not next week, though. All right, so we're down to Blakely and Jeremy Albritton. All right, so we got a trapping channel and a fishing channel. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Well, we know it's not this one.
Oh, Jeremy. Okay.
I should have put money on it.
So we got Blakely then.
There we go, guys. Here is your winner for next week, and I'm happy to do it. There's Blakely's trapping.
There you
know
go,
why?
bud.
Is because he was so humble and said he did not
he
take from everybody.
He didn't want to do it.
It's because he's been blocked on TikTok too many times.
And hey, we can have a little bit of controversy, right? Jeremy says, sweet. He was going to give it to Jeremy. Don't need to trim the mustache so you guys can't see my lips moving.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Raised Outdoors. Deer Slayer has to come. He had to come in and put it in himself. I know he was in here earlier, but I want people to be in the chat for me to do that giveaway or to do the showcase. I will certainly, Deer Slayer will definitely be in it soon enough. So with that, everybody that's still in here, 18, check Deer Slayer out. By no means do I want to slight him in any way. I just want him to be in the chat. That's just one of the rules.
Yep.
So, really got about 3 minutes before we end this live. I am going to try to see if anybody is live that we can actually head over to. Maybe Cecilia, do you know if there's anybody live right now that we can raid over to?
Go on it. Go raid it. Yeah, raid it.
What's that?
Go raid their live.
Yeah, I'm going to. I usually don't do that. I'm going to go out of the StreamYard here. We're going to try and see if I can't find somebody that is live. We got Bait the Hook. Let's see.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late too. Everybody's got to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 in the east already.
Yeah, raised Outdoor Arkansas. I have watched the Deer Slayers videos and stuff. The kid does definitely work hard. The thing too is I definitely anybody that is under 18, I have to have parental consent from their parents to bring them up on panel. I will showcase their channel. I don't have a problem. Their videos that they post is public. I can share their videos. I can talk about their channel. But if I bring them up on panel, means that they're under 18, I have to have at least a parent to verify that they are able to go up. And then, of course, I always ask them to, right at the beginning, at least come on and say that they give me permission. Protects me, protects the child. So I definitely like bringing kids up. So good night, Dunlap. Do you guys? I'm gonna give you the last couple of minutes here. If you have anything you'd like to say, anything you want to let us know what you guys are planning on? So maybe upcoming videos.
Let's see, right off the top of my head, I've got 2 that are still in the chute. Like I was telling you, the Bobcat one with the ear cartilage.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get one of a skinning demo. And then the last one that I have already is our last check day, very last day of check day.
Okay.
We caught a
Bobcat.
we got 2 dogs and a cat. Did we catch 2 coyotes that day?
I think so.
Yeah, 2 coyotes, I believe, if I remember right, and a bobcat. And that's the next 2 videos coming up, and then I'm kind of liking this live thing. If I can get Jen hooked on it, get in here with her tech savviness, and we'll, I might do some trap, building in here or something in this shed, and
Nice.
something like that. Do a live on a Saturday night, and put together a trap or something. So that's kind of what's going on with us. The next.
Yeah, the lives are fun too. The interaction and stuff like that as well. And then you got the side conversations that go on.
Yeah.
And you come into the middle of a conversation, you have no clue what's going on.
Yeah. That's what I like about Iowa Trapper. I get on his every Friday, and we'll just sit there, and he'll be commenting along, talking, but pretty much the rest of us, me and Scab, Otter Cat, Judith, and Dan, we'll be sitting there having our own conversation down below, just going on it. And I really like that. I do. It's, we're all in this together. We're all, we're not hiding nothing from anybody. Nobody hates anybody. The whole outdoor world in general, the fisher and the hunters, the fishermen and the hunters, we all do the same thing. So it's just nice, just everybody get together and, learn from one another. I like that. I like the whole camaraderie of just everybody, I guess that's.
He's my social butterfly.
I'm the social butterfly.
Deer Slade just came in. He had to go away and do something. We just got done pulling, buddy. You make sure you get back in here next week. I definitely want to put you in the drawing. With that, guys, it's a little bit after 10 o'clock. I got to jump off of here. I want to thank you guys. Let's see. I'll read this here real quick. I appreciate your time and effort putting stuff together. I'm a brand new at it, but amazed at the camaraderie and pretty amazing thing. Thanks. And I enjoy doing it. I know I've seen, you guys in live chats and stuff, and I've probably even spoke to you and stuff here and there, but to actually get to showcase your channel, I actually, I enjoy that because I go over to your channel and I watch multiple videos, and it's almost like I know you before I even bring you up on panel to talk to you, that kind of a thing. And the best thing, and I'll go back to, that first, or that excitement and the passion. And when you see the passion that somebody's doing and sharing, is it means everything to me. And I enjoy trying to help everyone get to that next milestone. So, that next milestone, you guys are worth 350. Hopefully I at least got you one.
You did. I checked earlier. We got quite a few, actually.
We got like 14, I think. And,
so,
but I appreciate you bringing us on here. This was a lot of fun.
And I will tell you, those that probably supported you, I say supporter because it's all about the support, not the subscription. They know that they need to watch a video and they need to post a comment. So again, appreciate you guys for coming up here, and wish you guys all the best. And I want to let everybody in the chat know, thanks for coming in. Please share these guys out. Have a blessed week, everybody.
Thanks everybody for stopping in. That was nice to visit with everybody.
It's a little different for me. I'm just the camera lady.
Just the camera lady. Hey, you got to be the one to take care of sharing the passion now, right?
Somebody's got to do
it. The camera. All right, guys. Share your passion.
Have a good night.
We'll take it easy.
See you guys next week. We will be talking with Blakely.
All right. Sounds good.